Hello, it's me. I'm getting ready to film right now, but I can't film on my camera because I only have one camera battery. So I can't use the battery to film this before I actually film. So, oh my, this shirt might be too much. It's a bit too big for me, so I have to wear it down here to actually have the bazoingos fill up what they're supposed to fill up, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. So the way I'm doing this look, I've done it already. I might add more to it later. It's just gold, winged up. So we're gonna start by putting down some NYX glitter primer on this eye, which I already have a dark brown sort of transition all over the lid. For that, I used the Kaleidos Cyber Bronze palette, which has been very much a go-to the past couple of weeks. If you can't tell, there's definitely a divot in this shade right here. That's because that's what I've been using all over my lid every single day when I go to work. It's my new favorite. That's my favorite of the 3 Kaleidos palettes that they sent me for sure. So I have a little Beach Cosmetics brush, loading it up with the NYX glitter primer. You can apply this without a brush. I find it easier when I want actual structure and I don't really want to use tape because I didn't with this eye and I don't want them to be different levels of perfection. I'd rather be imperfect all over. I love writing for Girls Life magazine in 2005. Can you see what I'm doing? Not really, I'm really far away. I'm sorry, England. Probably don't need to add more, but I will just for the wing. So I want that to be vibrant. And just making sure everything's patted out and there's no lumps. I want a very thin, essentially a thin layer of glue. Then I'm gonna take a flatter brush and I'm going to go into the shade Honey from the Midas Cosmetics and Jennifer Lacana's Honeycomb palette. It's this gold right here. And get a lot of it on my brush. It's a very pretty gold and it's pretty pigmented too. And then using tapping motions, setting that pigment down right where I put the glitter primer. The metallics in this palette are really pretty. The mattes are good too. The yellow's kind of weak. But the red is called Rose. It's beautiful. And the pink's really nice too. I thought about doing some sort of gradient with this, but I ended up not doing it. Mostly because I couldn't pick a color that was still high impact and metallic that would work well gradiented out with yellow gold. I just couldn't really think of anything. And I'm making sure to angle my brush where I want a wide, a wide lens and a thin lens. That doesn't make any sense. Basically, because I'm moving up at the thickest part of the wing, I flipped my brush. So this bigger round side is a flat against my face. But then as I move towards the edge, I twist it so that the thinner edge of the brush, this thinner edge, is what's actually making contact with the skin. Just so I can have the most precision possible. I'm just working on, I don't want to dip back into the pan to really fill out this wing because that's a recipe for disaster. That's how you get just chonky wings when you don't want chonky wings. I like chonky jewelry and chonky wedges and chonky guys. Yo, dude, I'm gonna be mad about Kroll Show getting canceled for probably the rest of my life. I'm also already wearing mascara because I just got home from work. I didn't wear this shirt to work because I don't work. Where would be an appropriate place to wear this at work? I don't know. I can't think of anything that isn't offensive. I don't work at a cool ass place. There we go. Okay. I'm just running the brush over the whole thing to cover any areas where anything's inconsistent or patchy or anything. I'm holding it in a weird way, kind of like how I hold brushes when I paint, because I don't want to be like digging into my eyelid. Okay. And I want to add more, but I don't know. You know what? You know what might be a serve? I'm gonna do aqua blue. Oh girl. I'm gonna do aqua blue on the lower lash line and the outer bit of it. I'm actually gonna should I wanna hold on to this? No, I don't really have anything I can do my inner lower lash line with. So I'm gonna put this away and I'm gonna select an aqua blue to work with. Let's see, what's a good aqua blue that I have? No. I'm gonna go into one of my Tarte palettes for that. I'm gonna go into my Tarte Icy Betch. This, ooh, but the light, stop, whoa, okay. And, oh, I don't have really a good metallic icy blue in here. Or not icy blue, aqua blue. I have a matte aqua blue, and it's actually a pretty quality matte aqua blue, but that's not what I'm looking for. Never mind. You're going away, Miss Batch. You know, I'm gonna go into my Clionadh Cosmetics Paleo palette, which I can't tilt to show you too much because the matte purple shade is hella shattered in here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm using the shade right next to it, which is called Epoch. Perfect. It's really gorgeous. I'm gonna actually use the same brush I used for the gold shadow and use it on its side because I'm gonna be working in the lower lash line. And I only kind of covered a corner of the brush with the pigment because I'm working in a small area and I'm just flicking it up essentially like it is eyeliner. And I'm letting it meet with the gold down there because I don't want anything to be too harsh. And I'm only going about a little less than halfway across my lash line because I feel like if I put aqua blue on the entire thing, it's gonna be like too much of a thing. And obviously my look is low key. My look is Thor's brother. Call that low key. My look is Tom Hiddleston. Call that low key. My look is the best part of the Avengers. Call that low key. You know what? That's a total lie. I haven't seen the Avengers. I think because in 2012, I was too busy being like contrarian and not liking things that were popular. And so the Avengers kind of stepped in line with Doctor Who and Supernatural and Sherlock as popular things, and Harry Potter as popular things that I could make fun of, even though I did engage with some of those things. Like I loved Doctor Who. I still love Doctor Who. I don't watch it still, but I'll go back and I'll watch old stuff and I'm like, I'm so deeply in love with David Tennant and also the rest of this show. My favorite companion? Thanks for asking. I can't pick one, it's impossible. I know it's not Rose, which is controversial. I didn't even start to like Billie Piper until I watched Secret Diary of a Call Girl, which is one of my favorite shows ever. What else? I love Rory. I like Amy, but I love Rory. I love Donna. We stan Donna. I'm still upset about how they ended Donna's story arc. Never getting over that. Maybe Martha is the one that I identify with the most. I feel like Martha got such a bad rap. And I don't get it. Like, I feel like people who don't like Martha are either racist or have never had an unrequited crush on someone. And I like opening up my laptop, like I am Black and I'm made of unrequited crushes. So opening up my laptop to watch Doctor Who during Martha's season was literally just like, I could have just, like my computer's off right now, I'm just like looking into the black mirror and seeing myself, looking back at myself. That's what watching Martha's season was like. That's how seen I felt by her character. I love Martha. If you don't like Martha, I don't care why. You're wrong, okay? Thank you so much for playing. I'm gonna go in with a really small brush. Which one though? I wanna get a very thin line. I think I'm gonna use this one from BH Cosmetics. It's very tightly compacted, and I am going to go back into the Kaleidos palette that I used to set down my transition to get that dark brown again, because what I'm going to do is like trace along the top of the gold to really kind of do a trompe l'oeil and really like make it stick out from my eyelid skin. So this might go a little bit left. I have done this before, but I don't do it that often. I'm going to take that dark brown on the end, this one, and let's get to work. But I'm not taking too much on the brush. That's probably the biggest mistake you can make when doing this. I did this with black once, and actually it went pretty well, but I had to really discipline myself on not picking up too much because I don't want it to be like a super harsh line. I want it to kind of blend into the background a little bit. See, that already kind of like is what I'm looking for. If I wanted a harsh line, I would just do like a 60s cut crease, even though they're really hard. Like that's an incredible, like a true 60s mod, like twiggy cut crease that's just white and black. It's hard. You have to be very elegant and patient with it. It looks like it's super easy and it's just a few brush strokes because it functionally is, but it's hard. Oh, I got eyeshadow all over my cheek. That's cute. Oh my God, what a relatable, quirky mistake to make. Okay, I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead and get this off of my base. Great, now there's a huge smudge. Oh my God, I love that for me. You know how people say like dad strength is irrationally strong and there's no logical reason why dads should be that strong? Like men who never work out and have no upper body strength suddenly have a kid and are able to lift like 75 pounds immediately. I feel like that is the same thing about mom spit. Mom spit can clean anything. Like when you're in public and your mom's like, come here. And you're like, Mom, but it works. Has it ever not worked? Moms, sound off in the comments. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Mom spit and dad strength. Just wonders of the world. That bit is partially stolen from Jenna Marbles. Like my entire sense of humor. I already have blush on. Actually, the line is looking kind of harsh in the mirror. It looks good in the camera because I'm far away from the camera. So I might clean that up a little bit later. But I have blush on. I have just the balm instain blush that I wear essentially every day. This is my everyday blush. And then on that, I have two different highlighters from the drugstore. Okay. I have the LA Girl Strobelite Strobing Powder in the shade 20 Watt. I'm working on that pan. Oh, she's real cute. Oh, she's adorable. We stan. That's my favorite bronze highlighter ever. I've talked about it so many times on my channel. And then this is the Physicians. This isn't new from Physicians Formula, but it's new to me, and I've wanted one of these for like 6 months. This is one of Physicians Formula's Rosé All Day highlighters. And they're like roses, and they're so pretty and like rose-toned and pinky. And I remember seeing a Trend Mood post about these like 6 months ago, and I think they were like Walmart exclusive for a while or Bed Bath & Beyond exclusive, 2 stores I don't have near me. And so I could never get it, and I never wanted to order it online, which I definitely could have, but I didn't. And then they finally arrived at my local CVS, so I bought it. I had a coupon, don't worry. I like never pay full price for Physicians Formula. This is the shade Shimmering Rose, and it's this beautiful, like, kind of salmony pink. It reminds me a little bit of the Fenty Ginger Binge Moscow Mule highlighter. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's not quite as creamy and squishy as the Muru Muru butter ones, so it smells different, and it has a drier consistency. Like, you can use this with a highlighting brush a little bit more easily than with those ones. And it's a little bit of a rose scent. It's kind of just like a general like fresh, clean makeup smell, but it's the sort of rosiness I have on my cheekbones right now. That's that. I love it. And right now I'm just working through the last bits of pain from my Holika Devil Plumper gloss. And I think I'm gonna wipe the rest of it off. And actually, I feel like this look kind of speaks on its own pretty well. So I'm just gonna put on a clear gloss. I'm gonna use the Glossier gloss because I'm worth it. Cool, let's get a little bit more intimate. Here's me. You see what I mean? Like the eye is a little bit harsher than we want it to be. It's okay. We didn't do an inner corner highlight. Oh my God, how could you let me not do that? I thought you loved me. Okay, it's fine. I forgive you. Hi, silly, what are you doing behind the curtain? Okay, thank you very much. Curtain, can you please go behind the camera? Okay, great. Okay, so for an inner corner highlight, I'm going to do something really brief. I'm going to take one of my CoverGirl Exhibitionist liquid glitters. This one is in the shade Flashing Lights. They don't have the shade names listed on them, which is like, honestly very inconvenient and biphobic of them. biphobic because I'm bi and it inconveniences me. But I remember it because I just had to put it in the description of a video. So I'm literally just gonna take this, scrape off a little bit of the excess. Speaking of which, I love when YouTubers mispronounce excess as access. It makes me chuckle. And then I'm just gonna like literally like beep boop bop, beep boop bop, beep boop boop bop bop, beep boop bop bop. Bop, 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 bop. I don't want it to stand out too much from the gold because I want the gold to be the highlight of the look. But I want a little something there so that, like, you know, it catches the light when you turn your head. And the strobe lights. I'm not going anywhere. It's Thursday. But yeah, that's the look. You'll probably see this look in a couple of minutes because I'm going to probably film an actual video. But I thought this would be fun. I might never do this again. Who cares? Who knows? Bye. Wait, should we do a regular outro? Let's do a regular outro. So thank you so much for watching. Before you leave, I'm gonna need you to do a quick favor for me. If you could go ahead and have an amazing day for me, that would be sparkling and flashing. And if you would like to interact with me betwixt uploads, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at nisipisa. Smokey Glow, stop pronouncing my name wrong. It's not Nusapusu or Nisapissa or Nisapisa. Listen, okay, I learned how to pronounce your very complicated name, Smokey, with an E in it. You know that E's not supposed to be there, Hannah. So you can learn how to say my name, okay? And check out my second channel, Extra Nisi Pisa, linked in the description where I post music and covers. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to use code Nisi Pisa for 10% off at checkout at your local provocative shirt store. For me, that is Torrid. I don't have a code with Torrid. I recognize that that's kind of confusing to say. I have a code with nobody because I'm what? Irrelevant, but not really. In some capacities, yes. Anyway, bye. I forgot to film a little like jokey after video bit, but I think the real joke is that I filmed that entire like 16-minute video on front-facing camera when I could have just turned around my camera so it wasn't super grainy and awful quality.